On a Tuesday, got your girl in the club, she's Tuesday. Love going up on a Tuesday.
Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at Dr. Lynn doing what she does best, giving us medical advice proving doctors wrong and self-diagnosis.
Just to get that out right now, there is no lying in this video. Some of you probably know this. I was diagnosed with gallstones a little over 2 years ago. To make a long story short, I pretty much had to force the emergency room to take an ultrasound because I knew I had gallstones, but their hearts were set on, oh, you're too young to have gallstones, but I knew I had them. They wouldn't do any tests on me, and I'm like, no, my homie, I have gallstones. Attacks were horrible. After a couple tests, I was right. It came back that I had gallstones. I got gallstones because of rapid weight loss. I've noticed that being delusional has been my forte. That has been my jam. Every time I would lose weight, the attacks would come. Every time I'd gain weight, the attacks would leave. I was sabotaging my mind so much by gaining weight. I did not want gallstone attacks. The pain was something that I just couldn't bear. If your attacks get worse, your gallstones get worse. Your gallstone will go into your intestine and it will go to your liver. Woo! Woo! And all of a sudden, Destiny's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she was sitting on the toilet, and all of a sudden, she said her abdomen was hurting really bad, and like, she was like literally in agony, like grunting in agony. Drum roll! My first thought was gallstones because that's what happens to me. Like, my abdomen hurts so freaking bad, and it also goes to my back. So I asked her, does your back hurt? And she said no at first. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath because I can't breathe. No. I just had to change my clothes really quickly because we're actually gonna go to the hospital, but I'm worried. I'm sure they're probably gonna take like blood work, and they're probably gonna think gallstones too. Show them where it's at. See her abdomen, but she said it's going a little bit to the left, so that's not really like gallstones because like gallstones are on your right side. So I'm gonna tell you guys why this was the worst hospital experience ever. Destiny was trying to give blood. Like, the guy had to use like an ear flashlight to find her vein. Like, he was just creeping me out. He was like some old man, and just that whole thing literally took about 20 minutes just to find her vein. Like, it's really not that hard. That's just what they do because they're lazy. 149 over 73 is actually pretty decent, especially for someone my size. Like, geez.
Wait a minute.
So the first thing I found strange is that he didn't think weight loss surgery was right for me. For someone my size, a lot of people my size, they get told that weight loss surgery is right for you. They said that I need to see a counselor long enough to heal completely the things that cause me to binge. This is how you're going to save your life. But he didn't want to give me weight loss surgery. I had told him I had the money. When I saw the financial person, she told me exactly how much it was gonna cost. That night, I wrote the check. Can you help me find a weight loss surgeon? Because I want weight loss surgery and I will pay for it. And it comes out to $23,000. Because I am actively gonna be saving money for weight loss surgery, by the way. That was my update to let you guys know.
Who's got the receipts? Literally.
And I was just like, okay. So he didn't mention anything of fruits and vegetables. Not a single thing. And for some reason that shocked me because I feel like a good nutritional diet is to have fruits and vegetables. I eat like 3 at once. I'm not saying this is a bad weight loss doctor. He's probably freaking amazing. But I do find some things odd and strange, and I had time to kind of rethink, rehash, and figure out if this is right for me. I could lose weight with using any sort of plan. Destiny has a doctor's appointment. That's why we had to wake up so early. A couple vlogs ago, we went to the emergency room because she was having chest pains, and they did a bunch of tests and everything came out fine, and they said it might be acid reflux, but we don't think that's the case. Symptoms don't seem very acid reflux. Sometimes it does, where she says she feels the rising. Yeah, that's heartburn. But yesterday she said right here and right here was burning her, and I have really bad heartburn, or at least I used to get really bad heartburn, and never in my life have I had burning like right there. I'm thinking maybe asthma. The appointment kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I feel like the doctor said that EKGs only clarify there's like a 70% chance that there's nothing wrong with the heart, so there's another 30% chance that I'm just not liking. They don't seem heartburn related. Doctors a lot of the time want to hope the best, and they say, okay, continue taking this medicine because it might be one thing, but if it's not, then we'll do the test 8 weeks from now. No, 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 no. Why don't you just do the test now, because you could be wrong. My take on doctors sometimes is kind of negative, because I feel like some doctors are also kind of lazy. Oh, I'm about to be real honest. I'm writing one of these cards because my foot hurts. It's been a long day. Oh my god, I thought I broke something. And I just get tired from walking. It's the truth. And I knew we were gonna be in Target for a long time, and I'm gonna be honest, there are some people who stare, but there are some people who are really nice, and I feel like there are certain people in this world who understand and who are kind, and that's the type of person you should be. Yes.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm not really gonna talk about my diagnosis. Let's just say I'm gonna heal with medicine, hopefully. It's not the flu or anything like that, which is kind of bittersweet. I almost wish it was the flu. Something else came up. Like I said, I don't know if I want to talk about it, so sorry I have asthma, or is it the weight that I've gained? Okay guys, so I'm at Hannah and Rafe's, and we were just on You Now, and everyone always says like, Amberlynn, you have diabetes and what have you. So Rafe has a little diabetes thingy. What is it called? A glucose monitor, and I'm like scared of needles. I made a really big deal about it. People are probably like, Amberlynn, you can suck, you're annoying. They pretty much did say that for me. So I ain't got diabetes.
I'm hyper. And you're gonna get it.
And it turns out I do not have diabetes. So for the people who are like, Amberlynn, you got diabetes, I really don't. So sorry for the barking dogs.
Yeah. Her blood sugar was 110 after eating an hour previously.
Yes, and I had a lot of rice.
Normal size or a little figures.
For me, it's bad news because I'm the one who has to deal with it. No one else does. But I've been told that a lot. Every single night that my disc bulged, my spine got swollen, and I got I can never say this word, hip bursitis. I pronounce things horribly. It's hard to even move. A phase where I literally wasn't drinking like any water at all. I'll finish filling that up in a minute. I wasn't drinking any water. I was probably drinking 2 cans of Sprite Zero a day, and that was it. I was getting very dehydrated. Okay, I have to say something though. Is it normal to only go pee like 3 times a day? Like 2 or 3 times? Probably not. So I realized that is very bad and I shouldn't be doing that. So I want to put more water in my body. So yay to me. So I'm trying harder and I'm doing it. But yeah, instead of like being crazy and like, oh, I'm gonna drink a whole gallon in one day. No. So I drink half a gallon a day and I feel a lot better. Like I'm peeing more. Usually I only pee like 3 times a day, which 4 to 10 times is normal. So like 3 is like almost there, but now I'm going about 4 to 5. So TMI, but it's a positive change. So, but it's like a constant dull ache in my right lower back, kind of where you'd get some kidney pain. I just know that if something is wrong with my kidneys, I better nip it in the butt now. But that's just where my head is going. Something's a little off. I kept telling people like telling people that in my life. I was like, this isn't the normal back pain that I usually get. Doctor came in and he came in and told me I have a gnarly bladder infection. Something that I did ask him was, are you sure it's not my kidneys? I know you shouldn't question a doctor, but sometimes you have to. Like, are you sure it's not my kidneys? You know, I wasn't like questioning his like doctorate. Slow charging. Wasn't questioning his smartness or anything. Slow charging. I haven't been on estrogen for, I think it's been about 2 weeks now. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel fine. If anything, I'd rather not be on estrogen. I wanna explain that I'm good. I don't wanna take it no more. But I think it's because I have been moving more the last few days. I've been just doing a little bit more walking, a little bit more walking than I usually do. So that makes me feel like it is a pulled muscle. I don't know. Super sick and I had to go to the hospital. I was puking and having diarrhea about every 3 minutes. I suffer from gallstones.
I got gallstones because of rapid weight loss.
And I was having really, really bad sharp cramps and just horrible sharp pains in my upper abdomen area. I was worried that my gallbladder was infected, which is actually something you really need to get taken care of if that's the case. So I ended up going to the hospital and the doctor's actually like, I'm very glad you came here because you have a really bad stomach virus. I'm gonna give you a shot and I hope it helps. And honestly, it did not help. It's like, yeah, I sleep when I sit up and it's probably sleep apnea because I mean, look at me. And she was like, yeah, that is sleep apnea. It is. That's one thing that I never wanted to be told was that I had sleep apnea. Just like, you're healthy. Like she had my charts in her hand. She was like, you're healthy, but you are obese.